Hi everybody, Kai Waza with you. Welcome back to my channel and to a haul video, thrift haul, record store haul, a little bit of a chat also. Sorry if I sound a little congested because I am having some peppermint tea right now. I don't drink enough tea, I think would help with that. I don't drink enough of it. I was kind of under the weather and then I was getting better and now I'm like under the weather again and yeah, we're going to talk about that in my chat a little bit. But first, a haul. Well, first, yeah, let me do the haul first. Today, I went to, well, I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to go. I had to go to some drugstore or Sam's, and it would sort of depend on what buses came first, where I would actually go. I wanted to go thrifting. I wanted to get out of the house. I haven't been out of the house that much the past week or so. A little bit, but not a lot, so except for work. And then as I was leaving the bus that goes by Savers, I checked my app on the phone and it was getting ready to arrive in like a minute or two, and it only comes once every 30 minutes, as opposed to the other buses that go other places. And I was like, oh, let me catch that one. That's what I'll do. I'll go to Savers. So I just ran up to the bus stop. It came as soon as I was there on the bus, and I stopped at Aloha Got Soul, and which is a local record store and music label, and visited with my friend Oliver, who happened to be working. Haven't seen him in a while. He and I used to work together at a coffee shop and used to talk about music and stuff all the time. And I bought a couple things. I spent $25 on this record. I know I don't usually do that, but this was a Hawaiian record I did not have, from Japan by Herbert Ota and the Kaimana Islanders, Hawaii Invitation to Hawaii. And it's like this whole gatefold thing with all this amazing stuff. You gotta love these Japanese records. But now these songs I have by Herb Ota, who is a violinist, an ukulele player. But a lot of the Japanese records, um, they're recorded in Japan and by Hawaiian artists, and they are not the same versions of the songs that were recorded in Hawaii or in the mainland or whatever. So, yeah, different album I do not have from Herb Ota. And in their cheapy bin, they also had this Walter Murphy record I had to get for Moody Mood Music. Disco Symphony. You might remember Walter Murphy did A Fifth of Beethoven. It's quite a popular song in the 70s. Da 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 da, in a disco version. Well, this is other songs. I have that record, but these are other classical songs. Bolero, Romeo and Juliet, Afternoon of a Faun, etc., in the same style, disco orchestra style. So, we had to get that. And then I went up the street to Savers, which had no records at all. Zero. No records. But they did have some other things. I mean, it's not like I needed more records, right? Let me see what else I got. So I did get quite some good finds at Savers today. A couple of shirts. Love this one. And this is a nice rayon type fabric. I like these kind of shirts because they travel so well. I'm getting ready to go on a cruise, and I love these because they don't really wrinkle, or you just hang them in the shower for a minute and everything just kind of comes out of them wrinkle wise. It's kind of a cool pattern. And then this one, this is crazy, this shirt. Also rayon, which I love. The front of it looks like, kind of a 1950s, 60s bowling shirt or something, right? But check out the back of it. so cute, right? Had to have this one. There's no thought there at all. Like, that's going home with me. And I got a pair of shoes. I don't get shoes very often at Goodwill or thrift stores, but once in a while I do. You can find a really nice pair. This is Steve Madden. I love Steve Madden shoes. Um, $26, but I mean, they're really good shoes, and these ones are in wonderful shape, and I like them. Um, yeah. These are, technically speaking, kind of big for me. My feet aren't this long, but they are that wide. I find that I usually get shoes that are technically too big for me, supposedly, because my feet are wide, so they don't go all the way down, but they fit. And I like them. They're styling. Yes to the shoes. Steve Madden shoes. I got a book. I don't know. Like, I need more books, but this was. I'm not really familiar with this, but I read through parts of it and looked at it and I thought, okay, I like it. Letters from God, which is. It's really sort of like a devotional, which I don't have right now. I don't have any sort of thing where it's just like a day by day thing and it's some letters from God. So I thought, well, okay, let's God and I be pen pals for a while, see what happens. I got a couple of candles, just little ones. This very Fruit Loopy smelling pixie dust. Has like a, if I can open it, has like a wood wick. And it's very Fruit Loop smelling. It says, what does it say? Sweet berries, plums, pears, strawberries, and a hint of citrus, sprinkled with sweet sugar crystals. That is doused in sweet sugar crystals, okay? It's definitely like Fruit Loops. And then these, I didn't smell all of these individually. It's a little set. It's a little set from Trader Joe's. Cranberry, pine, fresh currant, and nutmeg. So these are, holiday-ish scents, whatever, fall and holiday. Just little ones, but it was $2.50 for the 3. So yeah, that was nice. And what else did I get there? Something else, yes. Few CDs for Radio Green Goddess. Couple of Chip Davis from, pardon me, from Mannheim Steamroller. Dinner Day Parts. I have several things from him. They're kind of nice for the station. Party Music That Cooks. Ravi Shankar and Philip Glass. That should be interesting. And the Stars Go With You. I don't really know, but this was part of some presentation, Miramar, of like one of those things where they show you the stars and they narrate some story. This is like music from that, one of those. And Solitude's Native Harmony. So things for Radio Green Goddess, right? That was my journey to Savers. And then I headed down to the India market because I just stop there every time I'm in the neighborhood because I love their stuff. And I really wanted to see if they had gotten any more of those darn feta stuffed green peppers, because those are the bomb. And they've been out of them for quite some time. They were out of them last time I went, and I got some feta stuffed peppers. What were they called? Mediterranean peppers? They were long green peppers. I wasn't sure how they were going to be. They were really good. They were a little hotter than the green pepper ones, but they were really tasty. And had they had those, I would have gotten some more of those too. But they didn't have it, either one. They have all kinds of stuff, but they didn't have any of the feta stuffed peppers or the feta stuffed green peppers or the feta stuffed red peppers, which I got once. So, but I did pick up a couple of these things because I love these things. I always get a couple of them. They have these sort of ready-made things that you can microwave. Um, they're 380 a piece, which is a good deal, and you just put it over rice or potatoes, or in my case, I'm not that crazy about rice. I like mashed potatoes, and I love instant mashed potatoes because on my stove, it literally takes 5 minutes, literally, to go from cold water on the stove to completely done mashed potatoes ready to serve. It's like a convection stove or something. It's very fast to boil water and just pop these in the microwave. And within 5 minutes of making a decision of what I'm going to eat, I can be sitting down to eat. So I love these. I got a paneer tikka masala, which is, I love this Indian cheese. It's kind of a cross between tofu and cottage cheese, I would say. And I got this bindi masala. I've had this many times. Okra in a somewhat spicy sauce. I love this. Really good. So that's what I got. And then I went to eat somewhere. Where did I eat? Oh, I went to Subway. Well, I went to this one place, The Spot, I think it's called. I've eaten there before, I really liked it, but I walked in, when you don't know quite what you're in the mood for, and I walked in and they have all these things out on hot plates, tons of food. It's delicious looking stuff, but everything was chicken. Like they had a couple of vegetarian entrees, and then they literally had like 8 chicken entrees, and I'm like, I'm just kind of not in the mood for chicken. I mean, I usually eat a lot of chicken. I just was like, kind of looked at everything like it's all chicken. And I left. It just wasn't what I was in the mood for. Was in one of those footless moods. I went to Subway, which was also on that street. I thought, okay, let's get a sub. That sounds good. Um, and I walk in, and there's nobody else in the store. It's very clean and lovely. And these two girls, I think they were Micronesian, were working on subs. They had a couple of different subs out, and they were making it. So obviously, like they had a phone in order or whatever, something that was happening. And I put my bags down on a table, and I walk over to where it says order here, and I just kind of stand there, and I'm like, I don't expect much when it comes to service, especially in 2025. Like, I really don't. But, I do work in customer service also. It's like I'm just standing there, and I thought, okay, is anybody going to just even say hi? I'll be with you in a minute. Or, like, I know obviously they're working on something, but, like, shouldn't they say, like, oh, hi, be right there, sorry? You know what I mean? Because I'm literally like 4 feet away from them. Um, and I just stood there. I didn't say anything. Like, I'm not going to be all biatchy and whatever. I'm just standing there, like, where it says order here. And I stand there for probably seriously like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. I mean, it's like just standing there, and they're making these sandwiches. I'm like, I know you don't want to get lost in the process or whatever, but like, just look up and say, oh, hi, I'll be right with you. Like, you don't even, nothing. It's like I'm not even there. So I thought, okay, F this. I mean, really. And I just turned around, and I didn't say anything. I mean, just took my bags and walked out. Nobody said, oh, wait, or anything. I mean, what the heck? And so I ended up at Down to Earth, which is a little further down the street. And they have this hot bar that's really nice, actually, really nice. I mean, but it's expensive. It's kind of like, by the weight, you get what you want, and then they weigh it. Um, but they didn't have any meat. I thought they had some meat there in that one. I was thinking, like, don't they have some chicken or beef something? Or what? Like, I know it's a lot of vegetarian stuff, but I thought they had some meat stuff. But I guess not, or they don't anymore, or whatever, which is fine. But I've been trying to eat a little bit more beef than I usually eat, because the last exam I went to at the doctor's, I was, my diabetes was amazingly wonderful, and everything was so low, and it was crazy great, but I was anemic. And I've always been close to being anemic, like the iron's always kind of low. Um, but this time it like dipped way down. Like, I was anemic, and the doctor did not care. at all. He was like, "Oh no, just your A1Cs are amazing, and this is great, and this is great." I'm like, "Yeah, but I mean, I'm anemic officially, right, on this now." And he's like, "Well, yeah, but your eye's kind of low. Whatever, don't worry about it." And I'm like, "Okay." So anyway, I thought, well, and I realized that irons. Anyway, so I've been trying to eat a little bit more beef because I know there's iron in that, and spinach. Just eating a little bit more of that kind of stuff, and I thought I should get iron. Aren't there iron in? Am I not getting iron in my vitamins? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm looking at vitamins, and it's like there isn't any iron in here. And I was at Sam's the other day, and I'm looking at all the vitamins, doing like a search. I'm like, let me just take some I need to get some more multiples. Let me get some multiple vitamins that have iron in it, my amount of iron. Um, and it's weird. Are you aware of this? I was not aware. The men's vitamins don't have iron in them. None of them did. I'm like, they don't have any iron in them. I'm like, why don't any? I don't know. I haven't researched enough. Is there something I don't know? Like men are supposed to be producing massive amounts of iron or something, and we just don't normally need it in vitamins, or they think we all just eat so much beef that we don't need it, or I don't know. But they don't. So I ended up getting a woman's vitamin because it was pretty much the same as the men's. I mean, I'm comparing the brands and the across the gender, whatever. I didn't see any non-binary vitamins ever, but the women the a lot of the vitamins for women have iron in them. So I ended up getting a woman's supplement. I'm like, I need the iron. Apparently, it has everything else in it, so that's okay. So that's what I did. But anyway, yeah, I ate at this vegetarian buffet thing and got a whole bunch of different things. It's very delicious and very nice and great and whatever. So I had that for lunch, but I'm having beef stew tonight because I gotta get my beef in or something with iron in it. And then I went to the drugstore, which is also where I needed to go. Um, so now we commence with our chat a little bit too, because talking about being ill, I had to go to the drugstore to get cold medication for my cold. Um, Yeah, so I had a cold for like a month or two. I have multiple sclerosis, so it takes me like 2 months to get over a cold when I get one all the time. And I mean, I'm not in the contagious stages or whatever, but it just like I just end up having congestion and whatever for a couple months. It's, it's how it is. And it's okay. It's not a big deal. But I just take medication for that whole time. And I was kind of okay. And then I had some relapse, or I caught another one or something. And this one has been with me a couple of months now. And I feel like it's getting worse. I feel more stuff in my chest, when you're lying down. I've been sleeping propped up, which I don't really like to do, but I have kind of propped myself up with pillows because when I'm sleeping flat now at night, I really can hear myself. It's almost like you have another little voice in there when you're, and it's making noises like, no. So if you sleep a little propped up, it helps with that. But I was taking the regular kind of medication, and I had discovered, I had gotten at Sam's a while back some Mucinex, not DM. This is DM. Just let me preface this by saying I'm not a doctor, so don't pay attention to anything that I'm saying because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Mucinex. I was taking regular Mucinex, and it was great. 12-hour release. I love that. So you just take it once. I hadn't normally done those before, but I'm like, this is great. I can take it in the morning, and I don't take it again until the evening, and it lasts through the night. That's great. Wonderful. We love that. And so I was running out of it, and I went to Sam's to get more, and I noticed Mucinex DM, which I had just the regular Mucinex. I didn't think that much about it. I thought, oh, whatever, extra strength, maximum strength. Great, let's get it. So I got it, and as soon as I started taking it, I started getting MS symptoms, which will happen when I'm coming out of a cold. Usually I'll get an MS relapse or an MS episode or whatever, which can be different things for different people. I mean, for me, it's I get this weird numbness on this side of my face, and it kind of travels around and it sticks underneath my eye for quite a while behind my eyeball. And I get extra weird tingly numbness that sort of travels around. And I was getting dizzy, kind of almost sick to your stomach kind of dizzy. And it would last for a couple hours and go away. And then maybe it would come back later and go away and blah, 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 blah. Um, this stuff was triggering that because the other medication did not and never has. This triggered it. But it took me a while, and I was like, I thought, okay, am I coming out of the cold? Is that what this is? And I'm just having a thing. But then it would just go like the next day, come and go, and come, and the next day, come and go. I'm like, okay, I was on this for like 3 days and I stopped. I had some other stuff. Yeah. I had a couple because I always have a lot of cold medicine laying around the house because I don't like to have to go and get it when I don't feel well. So I keep a back stock of it. Different kinds. I'm not brand loyal. I had taken this and had no problem at all. It was fine. And I also had this. And when I took this stuff, it also triggered the MS symptoms. And this did not. So I was looking to see, okay, what's in this? And the nighttime one did not trigger. The nighttime did not trigger it. The daytime one did. So I did find the common ingredient, which is in the ones that trigger me, which is guaifenesin, Guifenesin, because this one doesn't have it. And these do. And I thought, okay, that must be what's triggering it. So let me go get some of this original Mucinex, not this kind, because that must not have it in it, because I was fine with that. So I go to the drugstore today to look for it. I had a 40% off coupon, which was like, we're going to get a big box of something because that's a good time to get it. And the original Mucinex does have that goofusine, whatever. It does have that drug in it that was triggering me. So I stood there for a while thinking about it like, okay, so it can't be that particular drug that's triggering me. What is the other common thing like between these ones that's not with this one? And when I was standing there thinking about it, I thought the other ones I have are severe, are like maximum strength severe. Like this is severe cold and flu. This is maximum strength. And it tells you, how much of this crap it has in it. And I'm like, that must be it. It must not be the drug. It must be the dosage when it gets to these extra strength ones is high enough that it's triggering whatever triggers your MS. Like if I just get regular strength, not severe, because it was fine, let's try that. So that's what I got. Not the extra strength. This is their brand, but they had extra strength, maximum strength in this, but this is not. This is the regular strength. It was like, I don't remember how much, a lot. It's 100 tablets, but it was 40% off. So it was like $14 or something. So that was good. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Isn't that curious? It's a mystery. I should just go to my doctor. I mean, I'd rather not be sick when I go on my trip, but I know, I'm going on a cruise ship. Let's be realistic anyway. And, people do get sick on ships. I've been sick on ships before. 6,000 people on this ship. It's a big ship. A lot of people in close proximity. I'm probably going to catch cold while I'm there, or even COVID or whatever. Like, that's very common. I'm not worried about it. Like, it happens. Just have your meds because they're really expensive if you have to get them on land there or from the pharmacy on the ship or whatever. Always take medications and stuff with you. But I'd like to be good before I go. So I wasn't really going to go to the doctor because I thought, what's he going to tell me? He's going to tell me exactly what I figured out. I mean, that's what it's going to be. So, because they don't freaking know anything about MS. I mean, when you start they don't really understand it. They don't really know it that well, what's happening. I mean, science doesn't really completely understand what's happening. So, I'm just gonna, but I think I might call tomorrow and see if I can get in and see him, just because I want to see if maybe he'll give me antibiotics or something, and just be like, hey, can we kick this thing before I go? Because I'm sure I'm probably going to catch another one, and I won't use all of the meds, and I'll take them with me on the cruise in case I get sick. But, you know, can't hurt. I did one time, a long time ago, go see him when I was sick for like 3 months. Like, it wouldn't go away like it generally does. This was years ago, and they did give me antibiotics. He was like, yeah. And it went away like that. So maybe I should do that. Anyway, that's my health status at the moment. Uh, Otherwise, yeah, things have been going good. I did have a visit with I don't like saying a subscriber or a fan or whatever, because that just seems kind of ridiculous. But because they're actually much better known than I am. I mean, they're way bigger than I am. But Otto and Baby Doe, who run Tiki Oasis in California and Arizona, and they do a bunch of other stuff and DJ and whatever, were vacationing here, and they wanted to get together. So I had lunch with them, which was super great, super nice. And they also stopped by the cafe to give me little gifts, and it was so cute. They gave me a nice Tiki Oasis bag, and they gave me a couple tiki mugs from the Tiki Oasis. I don't know why I never go to these things. I keep telling them, like, this and other, look at that, isn't that great? Other tiki events, like, I never go. And I should just go, like, to Arizona or to California and go to them. And there are other ones too. And, like, I don't know why I don't go. Like, I really don't know. I mean, I'm kind of an observer rather than a joiner, generally speaking, but I'm not antisocial or whatever. Like, I don't know why I should go to these things. And then I got in the mail a really nice gift from a listener, subscriber, radio station listener, person, internet friend, whatever. I don't know. Stephen in Ohio, who we had mentioned this somewhere along the way in some messages or comments or whatever, because I'm into all the candles and stuff. This company he likes, Enchanting Scents by Zombie Lounge, that did a Caribbean tiki wood, and he sent me some, which I'm melting now, which smells really nice. It's a very, like, tropical woody wood scent, like being inside of a tiki hut, that kind of wood and grass kind of scent. Grass shack, really nice. And I checked out their site, and they have a few other ones. They have a bunch of spooky stuff and scary stuff, but they have a couple of other, like, tiki related things. So I'm going to probably order some of that, because it's pretty cool. Thank you so much for that. All right, I think, am I done? Is that it? Is that all I have to say? Anything else happening? Oh, I finally got an MP3 player that works. I kind of wanted to do it for the cruise. Like, I miss the iPads, man. Do you guys ever have the little, not iPads, but Nanos? I, what the hell were they called? iPod Nanos. I loved those. Were the bomb. Like, why is that stuff gone? Like, that was a good thing, because my phone, I can't store that much on it. I can't store that much music and stuff on it, because I have videos and all this other stuff, and, like, I don't have room to put a bunch of music on there. And some places, like if you're on a cruise in the middle of the ocean, you can't stream. You can't be streaming. I mean, unless you have an internet package, which is very expensive to do on cruises. And even then, the internet's not that good, and sometimes it doesn't really work very well, and you really can't do all these things. So, like, I used to love on the cruises when I would have my iPod Nano and just, like, take my own music, and I'd be in my work closet. I don't like some of the music they play sometimes when you're hanging out at the pool or in your own little spaces or whatever. I'm not always into the same music that other people are into. You know me, I'm weird. Easy listening, Hawaiian music, lounge music, and down-tempo Cafe Del Mar stuff I love to listen to on the ship. And it's so nice to just lay in your chair and, like, listen to your kind of music and whatever. But, I haven't been able to find a good MP3 player, and I've gotten a couple, and they were junk. Like, they didn't work, or I couldn't get them to work right, or they were just so cumbersome or whatever. But I finally got one just a couple days ago that was pretty cheap. I think it was like 40 something. This seems to work okay. I've been messing around with it, and like it doesn't sound as great as I would like it to sound, but it's okay. Uh, and I'm really happy. Like I've it's been so long trying to find one that really worked okay, and I got it off of Amazon, and I've been gradually downloading some stuff to it. So I will have my own little soundtrack to sit on my balcony. Oh yeah, did I tell you? When I booked this thing, they said, because I book an interior cabin because I like being in. It's way cheaper to be inside, and it's perfectly fine. There are 6 million places on the ship you can go outside and sit and watch ports coming and going and watch the. I mean, there's just a million. You don't need it in your room. It's nice, but you don't need it. But a balcony is great. I've had a balcony on several, and it's a wonderful thing. But I usually book the inside because it's way, way, way cheaper. And this was so cheap, this cruise. And when I booked it, the guy said, "Well, you're booking it. There's a lot. It seems to be a lot of demand for this cruise. We're getting a lot of calls about it, and you're booking it early enough that there's a possibility that they will sell out of inside cabins at that price. And what will happen if they do that is they will automatically bump you up to a higher level, to a balcony. Like you may end up with a balcony room at no additional charge." And sure enough, when I started getting my stuff together online for the trip and getting my check-in stuff ready, I had been bumped up. So I'm on a 15th floor on the balcony on the side. It's like a decent location. So I'm kind of psyched about that. I haven't had a balcony in like, I don't know, 3 years. Probably been like 3, 4 years since I've been on a cruise with a balcony. I've done it before, but it's been a while. And that's super nice because this is a huge ship, big ship, 6,000 passengers. There's going to be a lot of people on this ship. And it's nice when the ship is at sea because those are the most crowded days because everybody's on the ship. They're not off doing their little adventures in whatever port. The ships are crowded. So it's kind of nice to have your own balcony. I really like that. So if you go and eat, and if the pool is too crowded and la la la, I'm just gonna go lay out on my balcony and play my music, read my book, watch the ocean go by. It's lovely, beautiful. So I'm kind of happy about that. The other thing I did for myself, because I did get upgraded, and I thought, all right, this was such a cheap cruise. It was such a good deal. Um, I'm going to go ahead and book myself for a pass for the thermal spa. I have done that once before, loved it on another ship. So I thought it was like $200 to get a you know all day pass every day to the thermal spa for the duration of the 11 days. So I thought that's pretty good. I mean, if you want to do massages or something, that's extra, but this is just to the thermal spas, which was what I've done in the past. I love it. They have like their own separate hot tubs. They have like heated chairs with stones that you can lie on that are so wonderful. They have a couple different like spa sauna rooms with like different scented things you can pour into it. So it's a really nice thing to have. And I did really use it when I did it on I think it was the cruise before last. Um, I'm not sure which one that was. The Panama Canal one? I don't know. Anyway, uh, I used it a lot. Yeah, I went on it quite. Oh, that was the Tahiti one. I used it quite a bit. It was very, very nice. So I was happy to book that for this cruise as well. So anyway, and I will forewarn you, I'm thinking on this cruise, I'm probably not going to film video. I'm probably just going to take pictures because the video take up a lot of room. I mean, I can remove it. Maybe I can get my scan disc thing to work, but it gets a lot more complicated. But probably I'm just going to take photos because I can take a lot of photos. And so when I get back, when I do like a video on my cruise, it'd probably just be like a photo gallery video. I mean, I'll talk about it, but I'll show pictures. Probably won't be video, right? Just like still picture photo gallery narrated slideshow. It's a slideshow. That's what we'll be doing probably. Anyway, and who wants to see that anyway? It's boring. Like what do? You sit around on a boat and it's pretty and you eat food and you go to places and see things. it's nice, but Anyway, okay, that's it. I've talked for over half an hour, so I need to stop. That's my haul. That's my chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Check out my radio station. Link below if you want to. Moody Mood Music, Hawaiian Hi-Fi, Radio Green Goddess. I don't make any money off of them. I just do it because I love it. It's a hobby, so it's there for you to enjoy. And subscribe if you want to see more. Share the video with people who are bored and want to sit around and listen to some old guy yapping for half an hour. I watch videos like that, so maybe somebody else wants to watch this too. Bye-bye.